Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is a pleasure to have you on board this flight. We are currently en route to North Sentinel Island, departing in if we're currently en route, how are we departing? That makes absolutely no sense. Should I keep this in the video? Alright, I'll keep this in the video. Gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Thailand. I haven't even fucking started the thing yet. Anyhow, in this video, I want to talk to you about how to build a magnetic personality. Now, oh my god, this is not prepared at all. We're going to raw dog it completely. How am I credible? Firstly, I've had periods in my life where I've been completely magnetic and I've attracted many opportunities and many people and friends into my life. There was a period in my life where in this picture you see right here, those two pictures, I actually did a solo 6-month travel to Thailand when I was 20 years old. And this woman was my girlfriend at the time. She was a model, a professional model, and she was 30 years old. So almost like, 9 years older than me. And yeah, I don't need to say much. I've had great success in dating throughout this period, with making friends in general and meeting male friends, of course. And currently I'm on some dating apps, trying my luck recently, and I've had some great interest as well. So all that to say, this video isn't going to be about techniques and whatnot. It's going to be about how to build a magnetic personality. A personality where you are so effortlessly in your own world, where you feel so in the flow, time doesn't exist, everything comes so naturally to you, the conversation flows. Sure, sometimes you stutter, but you feel completely fine in stuttering. Sometimes you pause, sometimes you don't have anything to say, and you feel completely fine with that. You don't feel like you need to say anything or do anything extra. And I guarantee you have had moments in your life where you felt like this before. Okay, you can probably think back to times in university, in late high school, in maybe the last few years of high school, or post-graduation, out of university, out of high school, where you might have been to the club or you might have been to this certain place. When I was 21, I traveled to Thailand on a tropical island, and I became a yoga teacher firstly. So I did a whole 21-day course. I was feeling incredible. And then afterwards, I started working as the manager for that same yoga studio. Now, if you've got 3-digit IQ, yoga studio means lots of girls, and that's exactly what happened. So for 4 months straight after becoming a yoga teacher, I worked there as a manager in Thailand, guys, on a tourist visa. Okay, so this is kind of illegal, but I probably shouldn't have said that. Bro, did you know in Australia, they just changed the laws where, like, if anyway, it doesn't matter. You probably don't need to know that. But yeah, we have like crazy censorship laws in Australia as of like this week. So it's pretty crazy. Anyhow, me saying that probably just fucked me up, but doesn't matter. Let's get back to the topic. I was feeling incredible, and therefore I had great success. I was just feeling incredible. I felt really, really magnetic. And over life, I'm 24 this year in 2 months. Over the past 3 years, I've had periods where I have been magnetic and I've been completely fucking repulsive. And I've actually done a video recently on why high cortisol actually makes you repulsive to women, which you can go and check. Which, by the way, I would really appreciate if you subscribe and comment and like the video. Just the algorithm, whatever, it does something to it. It helps the channel out nonetheless. And I've figured out why. And I experienced this last night as well. Yesterday, I had a 11-hour shift. And you know what? The first thought automatically popped into my mind. Fuck. Stress. Cortisol. And you know what? I said, fuck it. I'm just going to accept the situation. I'm going to make the best of it. And so the entire day, I focused on a few principles, which I will share with you now. And these will change your life. Breathing through the nose. Taking deep, like proper breaths, inhaling through the nose while mewing. And I'll explain to you why this works. And then exhaling slowly and in a controlled way longer than you have inhaled. Okay? The reason this works while mewing is because you're breathing in the correct manner, and you're breathing in a way, the technique, breathe in through the nose and then exhale through the nose longer than you have inhaled, literally signals to your nervous system that it's okay to relax. biologically and chemically, it literally like signals to your brain, your nervous system, that it is okay to relax and be calm. So that's one of the keys. The next thing is no stimulation. That's going to be very important. I had an 11-hour shift yesterday. I probably scrolled for 30 minutes on my phone. The rest of the day, I was just inside reading a book. Luckily, it wasn't too busy, and I was like lucky enough to do this. So you will have to extrapolate this into your own situation. But I stood outside for a bit. I sat outside. I talked to my customers and whatnot. And I just focused on being in the present moment and almost meditating the entire day. When I had negative thoughts pop in, which I did because I'm only human, and which you are only human, you will have negative thoughts pop in. Don't entertain it. Don't focus on it. Allow the thought to come in, acknowledge that it's come in, and just let it go. Don't focus on it. Just do something else. Go, move forward. Come back to your breath. That's the easiest and best way I've found. So as you're doing this throughout the day, you're just focusing on your breath. When you have a thought, when your mind starts thinking, which by the way, do not think, stop thinking. Like thinking is the worst thing you can do, because 99% of the time you're thinking. Thinking should only be done strategically, so stop thinking because it's bad for you. That's when your original programmed conditioning comes out. That's when, the thoughts of, oh, there's that girl, but she's out of my league. Oh, I'm probably not good enough for her. Why hasn't she replied? Do I look good enough? Why am I not in shape? All of these thoughts original programming that you have embedded into your own subconscious and belief systems over the past few years of repeating the same negative thoughts and the same negative actions. This is going to take some work to get out, but one of the greatest ways to help you get away from that negative thought, which will again come out because it's programmed, is just coming back to the breath. Again, I explained in the start how that breath worked. Do that every single time. Okay, that's going to be key. So I've been doing this yesterday all day, and I've been feeling great. And customers come in and I'm talking to them. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome. How you guys feeling? What'd you guys get up to? What are you planning to do after this? Whatever, making jokes, talking to people. And I felt incredible. I felt really warm. And I realized people reflected that to me. One of the things that you will notice, especially with women, when they feel a little bit of attraction towards you, it doesn't mean romantically, it could mean just energy-wise as well. Their pupils will dilate. So if you focus on a woman's pupils while you talk to her and her pupils dilate, or she starts to grin and like laugh from her eyes, chances are you've actually done something positive. Like you've shared such good energy with her that her day is better now after having met you, which by the way is the key to charisma. My mentor taught me 4 or 5 years ago, what is charisma? Charisma is simply leaving a person feeling better and in a higher state of energy after having met you. That is charisma simply. So that begs the question, okay, like how does attraction work? How do I go out there and how do I start to build this kind of lifestyle where I become magnetic and people become attracted to me without being the one pursuing? This is where the meat is, okay? We've focused on feeling good. Hopefully you understand what I'm telling you about, which if you don't, here are some resources I recommend. Go to YouTube and right after this video, search up Neuro Knowledge. He explains these concepts in such an entertaining and educational way. And another thing which I recommend you do is pick up this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And if you do not read, I question your fucking intelligence. Come on, guys. You're probably 21, 22, 23, 24, all the way up to 29. And if you're not reading, like literally, I question your fucking manliness. Please start reading. And I'm being serious. Okay. If you took offense to that, that's your problem. But you should absolutely be reading or educating yourself. That could be audiobooks, that could be a physical book, that could be reading from like your Kindle or listening to podcasts or like actually listening and learning from podcasts. Whatever it is, you should be like actually consuming educational and like reading content and stuff like that. Anyhow, beside the point. So how do you actually become magnetic? Last night, I embedded this technique. So all day I'm feeling good. Towards the night, this woman came in and girls started coming in. And I don't know why girls start coming in at night, but it just happens to be that way. And I've had some great success. I got 2 phone numbers last night and I approached a girl who was like beautiful. Like I could say a solid 9 out of 10. Okay? 9 out of 10. And I approached her straight up and I got rejected. Totally fine. Went back inside, doing my thing, working and whatnot. It wasn't too busy, so I picked up a book. I picked up this exact book that I recommended you. I'm reading it. I look up and she's approached me and she's like, hey, what are you doing? You shouldn't be on your phone. And I'm like, I'm not on my phone. I'm reading. Leave me alone. Get away from me, And then she's like, ha ha ha, whatever. What days do you work? And I'm like, hey, I work Mondays and Wednesdays. Come by. And she's like, yeah, I'll come by. So essentially she said to me when she rejected me, I don't give out numbers like that, which means I like you, but I'm just not sure about you. You asked me for my number too quickly. And that's where I fucked up. I did ask for her number way too quickly. I should have, talked to her a little bit, eased her up a little bit. But how did this come about? She came about as a customer. I was already feeling good. And so I treated her with good energy, simply good energy, giving her great energy. And she reciprocated. I asked her, hey, how's your day been, guys? What do you guys got planned after this? What would you like? This and that. Played a few tricks on her, whatever. And she's like, hey, how's your day been? That's cool, whatever, talk. So I gave her good energy. Now, if you don't have a place where you work, as lucky as me, like a cafe, ice cream bar, a alcohol bar, or whatever it is, then I will give you some options. You need to start to design a social lifestyle. So you go to the gym. You start talking to every single person in the gym, okay? Start going in, fist bumping the people, fist bumping the guys next to you. But again, you might be asking, yo, Thailand, like, how do you actually do this? Like, what's the technique? What do I actually say? It doesn't fucking matter. You know why? The only reason it matters is because you're thinking too much. I need you to stop thinking. How? How do I stop thinking, Thailand? How do I get into that moment? How do I get into that flow? Remember, breath. You focus on breath. You stop consuming and stimulating yourself with dopamine and high stimulation content, short form content, that kind of stuff. You get into the moment, you focus on your breath, you relax, and you focus. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale longer than you have inhaled. That literally, again, signals to your brain that it is okay to relax and be yourself. When you're in that moment, let me ask you a question. Don't things just come by naturally? You do a lift, right? You do a lift and then you rack the bar, you look up, you see another guy just absolutely fucking pushing it and you're like, fuck yeah. You walk up to him because you're feeling good. You give him a fist bump. You don't say anything because you don't need to. You just give him a fist bump and you give him the nod of approval. You're like, fuck yeah, man, keep up the good work. You get into the gym, you see the what do you call it? The receptionist, and you're like, hey guys, what's up? What's your day going? I'm hitting legs today. You just tell them. And that's another thing. Don't wait for people to ask you questions. Just tell them what you're doing. Tell them like what you're up to. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm hitting legs today. Have any of you hit the gym already? Why not? That's ridiculous. You can't be behind the bench and not be hitting the gym. See, when you're feeling good, as I am right now behind this video, all of these things just come by naturally. If you've noticed, this is one of the few videos that I haven't completely scripted. Usually all of my videos, have like a script, a format that I follow. But this is one of the ones that I don't have. And that's simply because I feel great. I'm in the present moment. I went for my 10K steps this morning. I've done my breathing exercises. I feel great. I'm not in my mind. I'm not overthinking things. I started the video before I started the video, actually, I was like kind of overthinking. I'm like, oh, what am I going to talk about? Immediately when those thoughts came in, I just started the video. And that's how we got that funny intro at the start. That funny intro wasn't planned. That was completely from the flow, guys. And that's what I'm talking about. That funny intro, when you just say something, the conversation flows. When you fist bump random people, you meet random people, you hold eye contact longer, people become attracted to you. This all comes from becoming magnetic yourself. And how do you become magnetic? Like we established, essentially, you relax. Relax. Because when you relax, you always fucking get some. It just works out to be that way. The universe, God's plan, if you will, or the quantum mechanics or energy, spirituality, whatever you want to call it, science, the attraction of law, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It just works out to be that way. Because let me ask you a question. You've had this experience before. You've had a very negative friend in your life before, haven't you? Why isn't he your friend anymore? Because he's very negative. Exactly. So chances are, if you're operating from a negative state of energy, don't other people feel that way about you? Yes, absolutely. They can feel it. More so women. Women have this intuition, this emotional capability to feel whenever you are anxious or unsure about what you're saying or who you are. And that's very important, guys. And I can absolutely help you with that. I hope you've been enjoying the video so far. I do more videos. So this video has been more like mindset. This is for another thing. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is what I look like now. If you want to fucking whatever. But essentially, I do more educational videos as well. So I've got an ancestral diet video, how to get in shape, what to cook at home, you know, and more mindset, and then actual like day, like routine kind of videos. So make sure to go ahead and check those out as well. I don't just talk about mindset. I don't just spit off like the face. I've got protocols and things that I share. But I'm going to ask you a question. If you could have a great social life and double X, 2X your dating life, and on top of that, start building an aesthetic physique in 4 months, what would that be worth to you? If you could fix this part of your life once and for all, build a physique completely naturally, doing natural protocols. As you can see, guys, the ancestral diet, that's what I talk about. Look at the foods, eggs, cheese, avocado. We're not fucking consuming steroids. We're not taking protein powder because there's no need for that. We become healthy and attractive. If you could do that and double your dating life, start meeting more women completely organically, would you take it? And I can help you with that, guys. You can work with me, build an aesthetic physique and a style, and stand out as the best option from the crowd. Become the man that women pre-approve of before even like meeting you or saying anything to each other. And that's what I'm talking about when becoming magnetic. That's the whole concept. When you relax, you always get some, because women pick up on that. Why? Well, firstly, they're very intuitive beings. But secondly, most people are fucking stressed. Most people are overthinking constantly, aren't they? I mean, you're one of them. I was one of them. I still am one of them. But this is how we're going to deal with it. Okay? By becoming aware of the present moment, by literally relaxing. When you relax, you always get some. Then we build an organic lifestyle where you meet and socialize with women naturally without trying too hard. So you go into cafes, you go into the library, you go to the beach, your work, your gym, right? Your yoga studio, your Pilates studio, whatever it is. We put you in a state of leadership. So you start to hold events, run clubs, you start to hold gym events and whatnot, start to, you know, hold events yourself. And therefore we meet women naturally and organically. We don't actually need to use dating apps, but we will to maximize our results in the program. But we don't actually need to, because after we put the key principles into this lifestyle, you will just meet women organically and men organically. So you'll make friends and girlfriends and dates every single week, every single month. And that's what I want for you. So if we haven't guaranteed it for you, if we haven't, you know, fucking guaranteed doubling your dating life, I will give you a full refund, by the way, full guarantee. Happy to help you out. If you're interested, go and check that out in the comments. That's the end. I realized I didn't really talk about the actual specific like steps of how to build a lifestyle like that. I believe I've already uploaded a video like that, or I will do that in the future. This is more the mindset kind of thing. I hope it helps you out, boys. Keep going to the gym, building a fucking aesthetic physique. Keep up your energy, feeling good, relaxed. Remember, when you relax, you always get some. As respect to Nero Knowledge, my idol, my mentor. Much love, boys. I'll see you next time.